What's up, everybody? Welcome to another week of college football. Um, we didn't really do too well last week, I don't think, but let's try to do better this week. So we're gonna start. The first game we are picking is between Texas Tech and Utah. Utah and Texas Tech both 3-0. Number 16 versus 17. It's at Utah. Utah's favored by 3.5. Texas Tech has been playing pretty well. Um, I for this game, Utah has been good. I'm gonna actually go with Texas Tech to win, and yeah. Next game, UAB and Tennessee. I'm going with Tennessee in this game. They're playing okay. They're 2-1. They're 38.5 point favorites. They will win this game over UAB. The next game is, well, what they like to call the Civil War because it's Oregon State versus Oregon. Now, I wish I could say this game will be close, but Oregon will win easy. Oregon State's not very good this season. And yeah, Oregon's playing out in their mind so far. Oregon will win. The next game, Kent State versus Florida State. And this is another game that's not going to be close. Florida State will win this game so easy, it won't even be a challenge. Next game. Now, this could be a good game right here. Auburn Tigers going up against Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma's coming in 7.5 point favorites. They're 3-0. A complete opposite, or almost what they did last year. For like 4 straight years, they've started 3-0. And then we know how they turned out last year. They were last, pretty much, in the SEC. Will they win this game? Auburn's playing pretty good. This might be close, but I am going to take Oklahoma to win. The next game, Ole Miss and Tulane. Now here could be a difficult game for Ole Miss if they're not careful. They're 13.5 point favorites. I know that, they probably won't lose. You would think, oh, they're not going to lose this. This could be a challenge, and I'm going to actually go with Ole Miss to win. But it could be a close game. But Ole Miss will still win in the end. Next game, Michigan versus Nebraska. Michigan's on the road. They're going up against Nebraska, who's 3-0. Michigan's 1.5 point favorite. Michigan got that freshman quarterback who's kind of looking okay, but looks like a freshman. But and you got the Riola, who I don't know. I'm going to go Michigan on the road to get the win. The next game, Purdue versus Notre Dame. Now, I think to myself that Notre Dame should not be ranked only because they're 0-2. Now, yes, I get that they lost 2 close games to good teams, but I kind of find it hard to believe that you're 0-2 and you're ranked. I don't think an 0-2 team should be ranked, but that's me. Whatever. It is what it is, right? But, if it were me, Notre Dame would not be ranked because they're 0-2. However, with that being said, they are playing Purdue. I am going to pick Notre Dame to pick up the win here, though. The next game, Temple versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech coming in after beating Clemson and now they're ranked number 18. Temple 2-1. I think Notre Dame. Not Notre Dame. Sorry, that was a previous pick. I think Georgia Tech will win this game against Temple. I don't think Temple will be able to stop Georgia Tech's offensive run game. I don't believe it. And yeah. Next game. South Carolina versus Missouri. Now, South Carolina's quarterback is questionable. He might play, but I don't think it matters because I think Missouri will pick up the win. The next game, the Battle of Florida teams. You got Florida Gators versus Miami Hurricanes. Florida coming in 1-2, not looking very good. Lagway hasn't been playing that good. And yeah, it might be time for Florida to start a different quarterback soon, but that might not happen. And then you got Miami, who's 3-0. Carson Beck is playing good. Miami's got good defense, and I'm going with Miami in this game. I don't think Florida's good enough, and this is one game. People probably wish they would continue. They haven't played in a while, and you kind of think maybe they should start playing more. But yeah, but I think in this game Miami pulls out the win and will beat Florida. The next game, a Big Ten matchup, another Big Ten matchup, I should say. Illinois versus Indiana. Now Indiana is playing good. Illinois is a surprise team, kind of. So far, so they're both 3-0. It's in Indiana. Illinois, if they continue, they could be a sleeper playoff team, maybe, but I don't know about that. I'm just saying, this is gonna be a good game. I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Indiana at home to pick up the win. It's gonna be a good game probably, but I just think Indiana will have a little more firepower to beat Illinois at home. Okay. Next game, Georgia State versus Vanderbilt. I'm going with Vanderbilt to win this game. They're playing outstanding so far, 3-0. And I think they're going to be beating Georgia State pretty easy. The next game, Southeast Louisiana versus LSU. LSU will win this game. Now, problem with LSU, right, is they're 3-0. Their defense is playing outstanding. So far, they've allowed 10 or less in all 3 games. The question mark is their offense. What is going on with their offense? Can they get offense to pick up, or are they going to win games by defense? I think in this game, though, they shouldn't have too much issues on offense. They should be able to handle Southeast Louisiana very easy, and they should be able to have better offensive numbers in this game, you would think. So LSU will win that game. The next game, Sam Houston versus Texas. Now, so far, Arch Manning has had an interception in like every game. He has not looked that impressive. Arch Manning has kind of played kind of like he has been a little overhyped by critics coming in. He has another chance to show that he's good. However, even if he shows that he's good in this game, people, and rightfully so, will say, well, you only played Sam Houston. Now, he struggled, and Texas struggled against UTEP a week ago. Arch Manning did not look impressive. He hasn't looked that impressive. And they got some tough games coming up where who knows if he'll be able to handle it. I guess we'll see. But in this game, I think Texas will win. And I think they'll win easy. And maybe, just maybe, Arch Manning will look way better in this game against Sam Houston. The next game and the final game of week 3, week 3 or the week 4? Sorry, week 4. Week 4. My bad. Michigan State versus USC. Now, Michigan State's 3-0, and so is USC. I'm not really sure how good Michigan State really is. I guess we'll see. So in this game, I'm going with USC to win at home. They're 18.5 point favorites. I don't think Michigan State will have enough. And yeah, I'm going with USC. And there you have it, folks. Week 4 of the college football season. Click that like button. Subscribe, leave comments down below of who you think, and let's get and see how we do this week in college football. See you guys next time.